Ryland will have the honor of getting us started. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. On the return, here comes St. Del. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Throw right side, hauled in by Collins. And this one doesn't go far.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Now Nix on 3rd down. Completes, dialing up Collins again. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
All right, here's one of our game's first big risks. The offense lining up to go for it on their own side. Going on 4th. Here's Nix. He connects downfield. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston! The Tigers take a 6-0 lead right away. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Ajante Wester to return it. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Lamar now from the gun. Pass him on the quick hitter. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. They'll cobble together a yard there. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Again, it's Gibbs. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
The Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Nix from the gun. Has a man downfield. It's Collins. He has it all the way inside the opposing 40. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it sets up 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
Bombers.
Once more, it's Nix. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now it's 2nd down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did. You know, they say you never go broke taking a profit. Just find that completion. And it may not be a Benjamin, but even those little dollar bills start to add up.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. You know, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Inside of field goal range, but the kicker ain't moving. They're going for this. Going for it on 4th, Nix. Johnson finds the football, complete. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. Back to Houston in just a moment. Time to begin the 2nd quarter, and we'll pick up with what's already been a lengthy possession. Working inside the red zone. They've got 1st and goal to work with. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Captain.
It's Nix out of the pistol. Ravens get him. Down he goes. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Backed up all the way to the 17 now for 3rd and goal. 3rd and long for him here. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, you got to find a way to win.
Now on 4th down, they're out to try for the field goal. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. Celebrating a decade in the NFL, he sends it through. And that will add to their score.
2 drives and both of them ending in points. You don't even mind you only got a field goal there, Kate. They got to be ecstatic, exactly the way they wanted to start this one.
Returning it from the 4. Dancing past him. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Here's Lamar. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. Offensive line fast.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Coming right is Gibbs. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Working quickly here.
37-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now here's Lamar. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on these stud tight ends, that's big time.
First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings up 4th and long.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are smaller. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
This offense is not leaving the field. On 4th and 8, they're going for it. Has his man, it's cut by Andrews. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Play action now with Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, that is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Fits it through the middle. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They got 21 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Houston. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Cut out left. He's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
Oh, my son!
From the red zone now. Has it in close. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, You'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Five still to go here. This is second down. Next to throw again. And in he goes for the Houston touchdown. The Tigers grow their lead just before halftime. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Fields this one at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Escapes the pocket. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass. Intended for his running back there. That brings up second down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Trying for the deep ball. Big gain downfield. And he takes it down to the 33. They're going to move the chains after a big play. 39 yards. Offense in the hurry up here.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Handoff here for Gibbs on his own read. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens cut the lead down to 10.
17. Ravens 7. Jack Ryland to kick off.
That lead trimmed just a bit. Down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Finds him over the middle. And this is brought to a stop up at the 34-yard line there. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34. Now Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, second and 10. Nix off the play action. And he put everything he's got behind it. That's grab inside the 30. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25. Timeout taken by the offense. They're second. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Nix now on first and 10. Buying some time right. This is going to be a Houston touchdown. The Tigers grow their lead just before halftime. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
That one right down the middle. And these guys take a 3-possession lead. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Return starts from the goal line. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. The left side cut by Andrews. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield strike, Brock, as he's sent out. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
This is Cox going right back to Andrews. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Lamar now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Forces 1-3 double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. And the Tigers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, it's a position you expect interceptions from, Brock, but not a lot of them come easier than that for a cornerback. His teammate makes the hit as the QB tries to throw it, and it really affected how that one came out.
Yeah, that corner's going to get that pick under his stat column individually, but that was a collective effort. It was all about the pass rush. And those great corners, they know it.
That's complete inside the 35. Now the offense is going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. He was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Throwing this one back of the end zone. And this is going to be a Houston touchdown. The Tigers get more points to end a lopsided first half.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys make it a 24-point ball game.
Ravens 7.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. He's going to field this at the 2. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. First down, here's Lamar. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked up by Deontay Banks. And the Tigers will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
Hey, we know in this league, takeaways are a big deal, but you get interception and chunk yards with it, that is a gold star effort.
Next with it on 1st. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. So it's second down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Bombers.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. And this is going to be a Houston touchdown. The Tigers get more points to end a lopsided first half. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback's instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends on half, or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Story is halfway told. Let's see what the back half has in store as we get started in the third quarter. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. To the line now. 1st and 10. We'll start on the ground with Gibbs. He's going to get this one at the 36-yard line.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
They've got first down here from the 36. They go play fake with Jackson. The left side is nabbed by Bateman. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. Keely Ringo making the play.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, middle.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. 3rd down run by Gibbs. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
Is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
3rd and long for him here. Can't convert on 3rd. That's to the ground and incomplete.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
Oof, best of luck here, guys. It's 4th and pretty far. We're going for this. Big strike to Wester. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. One of their biggest plays of the game so far, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. That one connects. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. Looking quickly here. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Gibbs has the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Ryland now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens get it back to a full 3 possessions now, 24 points.
Ravens 14. Chad Ryland to kick off.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Something lost and never seen.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. It's Nix out of the pistol. And no look there, that throw falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches. But heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Terrion Arnold in on the stop.
That's a gain of 7.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Nix. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Kicks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. But it does force a 4th down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
So even after the near turnover, Brock, offense still getting the call here. It's 4th down. They're going for it. It's Nix. The defense seizing the opportunity. Great stop. They've got a turnover on downs, and they get their guys the ball in plus territory.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
1st down throw for Jackson. Short pass brought in. He's got it in the red zone. And no touchdown here. He just needed a few more, but this one goes out at the 3. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Take that play so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big. They can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. He's got it. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
They'll send him over right. They'll try it on the ground. Oh, yikes. That two-point try was headed the wrong way. Just about everything going wrong on that attempt.
Ravens 20. Chad Ryland.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10.
Hold my set.
Nix from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Forced to the ground and
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free.
Second and
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hold my set.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. 3rd down coming up.
Small little jab there, finally landed by the defense. Able to break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long. Looks like they're going to keep being aggressive too, Kate. I love that. Stay on the gas.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Again, he connects with Collins. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Joe. Hold my set.
Nix to throw again. Cut by Collins on the slant. And he's across midfield with a gain that sets him up for 3rd and very short. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs.
Captain. Ready. Return.
Nix now, 3rd and 1. He's got it, complete to Collins. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Hold my set. Ready.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. We've set of downs from 37.
Get in here. Ready.
Throwing again. Here's Nix. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Hold my set.
They'll throw again. Nix. Completes, dialing up Collins again. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Has him on the quick hitter. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal.
Hold my set.
Once more, it's Nix. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Tigers put up even more points in a win. Well, he wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Here's Western on the return. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. He completes it in traffic. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right in the double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Yards to go.
From the gun, Jackson. Hits him on the out route. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Gibbs now from the gun. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. It's 2 in a row. They've got 3rd down now coming up.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for LeJohntay Wester that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Desperation time here. Taking a shot deep here. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. And they're going to throw out of the gun. Collins got it left side. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They're going to pass it here. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Tigers keep running away with this. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision, but when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
So they'll decline this and take the results. Thanks to the penalty, they'll kick it away from further up the field. And nope, not chancing this one. Knee down for a touchback.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10. Lamar back to throw. Finds his fullback. And he'll get it up to the 44. Hurry up offense now as time runs down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
He's run up here for Lamar. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Jackson on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's going to be a Baltimore first. All set to go now from the 35. Lamar off the play fake. The left side is nabbed by Bateman. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Offense in a hurry up here. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Flush out now to his left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That one intended for Mark Andrews. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th.
Hey, Alpha, come on! Come on! 180! What is it? Yo. UAX.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Has his man. It's cut by Andrews. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Offense is set. 1st and 10. Lamar throwing again. Oh, no. They get him yet again. Grant tucked it in to pick it off. And the Tigers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
Oh, Bronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Chased out to his right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Nix from the gun. He's trying to go deep again. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal. Timeout taken by the offense. They're 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness.
And they're not stopping the destruction, partner. That is caught. Touchdown. The Tigers are running them out of the building. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Here's Wester on the return. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Not Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Buys time, rolling right. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. That one intended for Mark Andrews. So that brings up second down.
Hey, report.
Throwing again is Lamar. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. That one intended for Mark Andrews. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
This will be the final play of the game. From the pistol, it's Gibbs. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign.